Apex Legends is dying. Well, at least according to one of the game's most prolific players, ImperialHal. This is a pretty massive statement about one of the most successful BRs in the gaming industry. So, is it actually true? Is Apex dying? If so, what's killing it? And can it be saved?
Before we get into today's Don't At Me, I'm hopping in to let you know that we've partnered with Cash App to bring you an exciting new season of our flagship franchise, The Story Of. Cash App is a P2P finance app that allows you to send, spend, save, and invest your money on your terms. Overdraft protection, card lock, high yield savings accounts, Cash App has it all. The latest episode of this season of The Story Of is live on our YouTube channel right now. Also check out Cash App using the link in the description below. Now let's get back to the Don't At Me.
Apex Legends was released back in February of 2019 to near instant praise and success, hitting 50 million players in its first month alone. As fans will know, the movement was superb. It had quality of life features missing from so many other shooters, and it had a cast of legends that almost rivaled Overwatch's. The game developed a dedicated fandom of both competitive and casual players that helped it remain a mainstay on the Steam charts for years to come. So why is it that ImperialHal, the self-proclaimed CEO of Apex, believes the game is dying? Well, to be fair, Hal's tweet from last week is hardly the first of its kind. Community members have not only been echoing his statement, but lamenting about the current state of the game for quite some time now. But before we get into what the issues are, let's quickly take a look at the numbers. Apex is currently hovering in the top 10 of most played games on Steam, which isn't bad. However, the game has seen a decrease of almost 60,000 average daily players since the game's anniversary event in February. Now, that's pretty bad, but games usually ebb and flow around updates. However, Apex is seeing its lowest player count since December of 2021, which you can argue is when the game was still growing. So yes, Apex is hemorrhaging players. But why? Well, first things first, you may recall back in March when a tournament was hacked live, like mid-match.
I'm getting hacked!
I know, but can you play? Can you play?
Yeah, but it's cheating! The f***?
No, I know, sure. I know.
And what?
Like what?
The hack itself was pretty scary at the time, and while it didn't end up being as dangerous as it could have been, a lot of people straight up uninstalled the game to keep themselves secure. Maybe some of them never reinstalled it. From aim hacks to ESP to spawning legions of zombie bots that target specific players, high level of play is infested. And while it makes for good clips online, it can be a very frustrating experience.
I'm really not gonna open Apex until someone tells me that they can fix my problem. Like I'm not doing this. This is so stupid. Like if they don't care about me that much, then I'll go play something else.
I mean, his Watson has been claiming that because of cheaters, he can legitimately not play the game. Where have I heard that one before? Luckily for people like me, I am not good enough at the game to interact with many cheaters. But cheating is only the tip of this iceberg. Another big issue with Apex is, well, yet another familiar one, skill-based matchmaking. There are a lot of fans claiming that the game has just gotten way too sweaty recently, to the point where some feel like it's unplayable. And SBMM is a bit of a touchy subject in the industry. Some people love it, some people hate it, but a lot of people in the Apex community, I'll say they seem pretty reasonable about it. They just claim that EA has cranked it up a bit too much, or at least it feels that way. Whether that's true or not, it's hard to say, but EA does need to strike a balance with these things. Apex works so well because of how chaotic yet competitive it can get. But at the end of the day, you still want to have fun no matter how good you are. Once again, this is still subject to debate and has been going on for forever. But also not the reason Apex is currently facing what looks like a mass exodus. Believe it or not, EA is being greedy and fans aren't happy. So enraged, in fact, that the game is currently looking at an overwhelmingly negative rating on Steam. Apex went through a period of being one of the more well taken care of games, I'd say. Yes, cheating has always been an overlooked issue, and you can argue that EA only cares about getting money from us, but we still got a lot of good updates. New maps, legends, weapons, and game modes, including arenas and team deathmatch. But now, arenas isn't even in the game, and it feels like there hasn't been a whole lot of meaningful additions to keep us actually playing. To make matters much, much worse, EA has now changed how their Battle Pass system works. Previously, Apex's Battle Passes worked like pretty much every other game. Typically revolving around a specific theme or piece of lore, you would buy the Battle Pass with real-life money, but then are able to get that money back in the form of Apex coins if you complete it. Essentially, you would only ever need to actually buy one Battle Pass, and then just continue buying the others with the Apex coins you get from them, assuming you actually finish them. It may have been grindy, but that's how things worked for 21 seasons. But starting with season 22, things will be different. In a detailed post by the devs, it was explained that each season will now have 2 battle passes split between the halfway point. They claim this will make them shorter, thus eliminating some of the grind, but that's not the issue. The issue is that you are no longer able to purchase the battle pass with Apex coins. No matter how much you've saved up over the years, you will now have to cough up $10 per pass. So that's 20 per season, 40 if you want the premium. I think we all know that EA doesn't have the best track record when it comes to positive consumer practices, but this is yet another low for the company that only compounds with the accusations that they do not care about the actual game or what the fans want. Now, does the game getting review bombed mean that it's dying? Well, like I said, we are looking at the lowest player count since 2021, but that could be off the back of substantial calls for a boycott from the fan base. Now, EA could help mitigate some of that damage by literally changing their decision tomorrow, but unfortunately, I don't see them doing that. This was likely a calculated decision by EA and Respawn. There will always be people who will spend money and companies will continue to prey on them. But still, at the end of the day, even if EA didn't change the way that the passes worked, I could still see people leaving. To be fair, people have been asking the question, is Apex dying, for years now, but what's different is that the content feels extremely thin these days, and that's not good for the game's ability to retain players. It truly does come down to what EA's priorities are. Is this just a last-ditch effort to squeeze a little more money out of the player base until the game rides off into the sunset? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. Let me know your thoughts on this age-old question. Have you stopped playing Apex for any of these reasons, or is there another I didn't mention? I don't know. Maybe the time of BRs has just come and gone, and people are looking for something new to play.
Hey guys, thanks so much to every one of you who has been tuning in to watch this brand new season of The Story Of presented by Cash App. It's because of partners like Cash App that we're able to bring you bigger and better content every year. And with their help, we've been able to make this season of Story Of better than ever. So if you got a second, do us a favor and fill out the quick survey down in the comments below. It takes a couple of minutes and helps us a ton to keep making content like The Story Of. See you next Saturday for the next episode.
Thanks for watching. If you want more content like this, hit the sub button and ring the notification bell. For unique bite-sized videos you won't find anywhere else, hit us up on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.